Good night of Shabbos, everyone. Thought about shavuos. In my shul, in Mishkafayim, in Ramapet Shemesh, we have dedicated this shavuos to one of the essential concepts of Judaism, which we probably spend the least amount on. And that's the concept of Avos Yisrael, of love between one Jew and another. We have so many things that disconnect us, so many things that separate us, so many things that identify us as being different than each other. But at the end of the day, we are intrinsically connected and the same as each other. We are a chelik alakam mimah, we're a portion of God. We are not brothers and sisters, we are each other. And until we recognize that, I feel that this concept of geula that we always talk about, this hope of redemption, it's just a hope and a dream. If we can't lick this, if we can't get to a place of where we feel connected, we have nothing. Torah tells us in the beginning of tomorrow morning's laning, B'chodesh HaShlishi was the third month. It says B'nai Yisrael me'Eretz Mitzrayim from when we left Egypt. B'yom hazeh, on that day, Bo'u Midbar Sinai. On that day, we came to the desert of Sinai. If you look at the pasuk, you don't have to say on that day. Just say it was in the third month that we left after we left Egypt. Bo'u Midbar Sinai. We came to Midbar Sinai. What if to point out the word Yom? Why is that day critical? That's where we got there. The third month. Then the next pasuk says, "V'yisum Refidim." We left Refidim. Oh, Midbar Sinai. We came to Midbar Sinai. Well, of course we left Refidim because we came to Midbar Sinai. You can't get to the next place until you leave the first one. What does that mean? V'yisum Refidim. V'yavo Midbar Sinai. We came to Midbar Sinai. V'yachanu b'Midbar. We rested in the Midbar. V'yichan Sham Yisrael, and the Jewish people rested there. Neged Ahar. It says it in singular when really it's talking about plural. It's talking about the whole nation. So the Archaim HaKodesh says that we see all the preparations that are needed for Kabbalas HaTorah. V'yisim Refidim, we have to leave Refidim. Then Ve'yavo Midbar Sinai, we have to come to a Midbar. And then Yachanu B'Midbar V'yichan Sham Yisrael Neged Ahar, we have to rest there as one person. These are the three achonis. You have to leave a place, three preparations. You have to leave the place called Refidim, whatever that is, we'll talk about in a second. You have to come to a desert, you have to make yourself humble. And then you got to become one with each other. You have to become one with each other. How do you get there? So V'yisem Refidim, we usually say means that we left the place of Rav Yudayim B'Torah, the place of weakness. That's where Amalek attacked us, because we became weak in Torah. But I want to say something else. Maybe the word Refidim means from the word pirud, separation. That we became separated from each other, disconnected from each other. And in order to be able to get the Torah, in order to be able to get to this place of Vayichan Sham Yisrael Neged Ahar, of being Kishachad B'Levachad, we had to leave that pirud. And how do we leave that pirud? We had to come to the next place. The leaving the pirud happened because Vayavo Midbar Sinai, because we came to the Midbar of Sinai, because we came to that place called Sinai. What was Sinai? So I'll tell you a fascinating thing. A lot of people don't like playing around with letters, but we like gematrias. You take the word Sinai. And what's fascinating about letters, we know that letters are energies. Every single letter has a certain energy that put together creates something. When you find words, not only does the numerical value of the word matter, but also the numerical value of the letter itself. So, for example, Samach is made up of Samach Mem Chaf when you write it out. Yud is Yud, Vav, Dalid. Nun is Nun, Nun. And Yud is Yud, Vav, Dalid. When you have letters that are made up of energies, it's beautiful. But when you have letters that are made up of energies that are equal, and I'll show you what that means in a second, then it tells you what the whole energy of this word is. If you take a look at the four letters of Sinai, Samach, Yud, Nun, Yud, Samach is 60. Mem and Chaf, which make up the word Samach, 60. Yud is 10. Vav and Dalad, which make up the word Yud, 10. Nun is 50. The second Nun that makes up the word Nun, 50. And Yud is 10. And the Yud, the Vav, and the Dalad is 10. The numerical value of every one of the letters is made up by the letters that spell it. That entire word Sinai is about harmony. It's about unity. That's the energy of Sinai. Because that's what Torah does for us. What Torah does for us is that it unifies us. That it reminds us that I and you are the same because we both have the same Torah. There is no disparity. There is no discord. We were given life in exactly the same way. Our mandate is exactly the same. Oh, you don't follow that mandate? Okay. But that doesn't mean that we're not the same. That doesn't mean the thing that binds us is that mountain. The thing that binds us is that covenant. It doesn't matter. You could ignore that covenant. But that doesn't break our bond. When did we get there? We got there on Yom Hazeh, on this day. Yud, 10. Vav Dalid, 10. Vav, 2 Vavs. Mem, 2 Mems. Vav, Vav, 6. Mem, Mem, 40. That day was the day of harmony. This day is the day of harmony. That's what shavuos is. The energy in the air shavuos is the ability to be able to draw together. The ability to be able to recognize that Am Yisrael is one. Some of us are more lost than others. Some of us are more connected than others. Some of us are more angry than others. But we are one. Sometimes I have to deal with you in ways that might be a little difficult. But that does not mean we're not one. Can you imagine if you opened your eyes and you looked at another Jew and you said, hey, that's me. We're connected. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Now let's get to work. Because we don't really agree with anything that each other says, but that doesn't matter. We're one. You know, when your sister tells you things and they annoy you. Most of the time, she's our sister. And therefore we're going to deal with it. That's why we have to look at Klal Yisrael. Oh, you annoy me. Oh, you make my blood boil sometimes. That does not disconnect us from each other. Oh, when we stand on Shavuos morning and we listen to the Torah being given, lots of thoughts have to go through our mind. Nasev and Ishmael, accept the Torah, God. I'm reaffirming my connection to you. I'm reaffirming my connection to the Torah. One of the things that we forget to do, to reaffirm our connection to every one of the Jewish people. Kabbalah Satorah, we look at the mitzvahs, details, all that's critical. People. Am Yisrael. You want to sing Am Yisrael Chai? So then you better be Chai, you better be alive. Being alive means seeing the specialness and the life in every other Jew. This Shavuos and we're Makabel Torah. Be Makabel, that thing that connects us to each other, that thing that is common between us all, that bond to God, to His Torah, to the Jewish people. Not just Kiyam HaMitzvahs, Limud HaTorah, those are critical. But V'ahavta l'reacha kamecha, loving every other Jew. because we recognize that we are one. Halevai. We should have that kind of Kabbalah Satira. And it should be that kind of shavuos. Because then I can guarantee you this will be the last one in Gullus. The last one we got to worry about whether we keep him 1 day yontif, 2 days yontif, chutzlar, it's out. We'll be here next year right away if we could only accomplish this. You know, we say that if all the Jews would keep 2 Shabbos, I think take out the words 2 Shabbos. If all the Jews would keep, if all the Jews would do the same thing at the same time, if we could trust each other enough to do the same thing and be one with each other, that's when we would see the Gula Shlema. Otherwise, we should see it quickly. B'mheira v'yameinu. Amen. Have an amazing, beautiful Yontif and a beautiful Kabbalah Satira.